Okay, so I have a special product here in front of me, inside of this bag, or whatever you would like to call it. Contrary to belief, it is not a bomb, and this is what a couple of people have thought this is, but it is absolutely not a bomb. So, you know, if you were thinking that, there's a sigh of relief for you, and let's just get on to unboxing this. So, let me get this out. And today we have the Extremecap. This is probably going to be different for the camera. This is the Extremecap U3 by AverMedia. It's their new capture card, in which its main primary big seller is that it's a USB 3.0 capture card. For one, it captures directly to your computer, meaning your capture screen is not going to be a bypass to your TV. It's being bypassed straight to a live view on your computer, and on top of that, it captures at 1080p 60 frames per second. So that's a lot of different things that a lot of cards typically do not have. So that's why I got this card. It seemed like it was going to be an interesting card to try out. So without further ado, let's get this thing out of the box. That's some you know, the one thing I hate about packaging is packaging is never like easy to get itself out of. So I did some cutting before I got this, before I started pressing record, because you know the worst thing is trying to get things out of boxes, but you don't want to break up the box. You know, people package things all strange these days, and it's almost impossible to get something out of the box without breaking the box. So that's the box. Inside of the box, if I can, let's get this over. Focus on there. Now, as you can see on the box, that is the Extremecap U3, and it's inside of here. It's not very big at all, so let me focus on it. It's actually really small, you know. It's not very big. It's pretty much portable. I could probably fit it in my pocket. There's a little protective coat on it, so that you can't, you know, get a bunch of stuff on it already. It's all glossy, like, you know, PlayStation products are and all that. So let's get that out of the way. What else do we have in the box? We also have, this looks like a component adapter. So it looks like this goes to the back of the U3. Let me get this out of the plastic. So this is a component adapter for component video, and you will hook up all of these and plug them straight into here, like so. And once you have your component cables in there, it'll be, instead of using HDMI, if you have only component cables, and you'll just use that. So that's good that they actually include that, and that they actually give you the option to. I thought that it was just going to be a strictly HDMI recording device, but I guess not. I don't know if they include anything else like no, they don't give you an HDMI cable. So you have to get your own HDMI cable, but pretty much if you're going to be doing this, you're going to be bypassing through your product anyway. So if you don't have an HDMI cable, then you probably were never using your product to begin with. Just saying. And the last cable in here is a USB 3.0 cable. It's nothing important, nothing out of the ordinary about it. It's just a normal USB 3.0 cable. Okay, so you know, you got a couple of different things on the box. You got a quick start guide, of course. With any product, you get a quick start guide, and on the inside it tells you to go to their website to get the product information, like software. So I'm going to be moving over and testing out the software. And I'm going to switch over to my computer. I'm going to take off the plastic so you can see how shiny this looks without the, you know, all that all that plastic all over it. I'm guessing that, I don't know if you can see this right here, I'm guessing that that lights up whenever you're recording. So we're gonna test all that out, see how it all works out, and yeah, we're gonna get this hooked up. Alright. Okay, so as you can see, this is the Extremecap hooked up, properly, you know, hooked up to my computer, just to show that it's actually very simple to hook up. So those of you who get easily confused by pretty much any electronical device, it's very easy. This is just a USB 3.0 cable going straight to the back of my computer, and this is just an HDMI cable coming straight from my PS4 into here. So as you can see, there's like a little status light that flickers on and off, just to let you know it's in like standby, I guess. So that's pretty much it. It's really not that hard. So if you're having problems with it, I really have some serious questions about you, because it's really 1, 2. That's it. Alright, so I'm gonna switch over to the software side after I download all the product software and all that, and then we're gonna test out the software, see how it stacks up, and that's about it. Alright, so it took me quite some time to actually get to this point of being able to record. I did the previous recording, I don't even know, maybe about an hour ago. It was very, let's just say time consuming to get this set up properly. I was getting all the wrong drivers off of their website, and I don't know what was going on. They were giving me the drivers for the wrong product, so eventually I finally got the right product, drivers, and software, so hopefully this will be my first time running it. I've never opened it or anything yet. I used the other version, but I don't know about the proper version. This is just what I got. I was getting the software and drivers for the live game reportable, and I don't know if that was intentional, like if they share the same drivers or what, but those weren't working. The product, I keep saying the product. the Extremecap 3 wasn't working, but anyway, that's not something to worry about. Let's just launch the software. This is RE Central. It's their software that they use for their AverMedia products, and there's the little intro. It kind of has like the sound like the THQ. That's what it sounded like to me, and it kind of, the intro reminded me of the Unreal Engine intro. That's just because I use it a lot, so that's just something that I kind of picked up. You can run a short test to obtain supported input source. Do you want to run USB 3.0 diagnosis tool? Yeah, sure, let's run it. So this is where you guys can see everything that's here to begin with. Diagnose input source supported status. This tool will analyze speed. Analyze speed? You mean analyze the speed? I don't think they're an American company, so I think I'll let that slide. Anyway, USB 3.0 port to get the supported status. How to set up, blah blah blah. Connect your device to ensure best capture quality. Do not access USB 3.0 port during operation of the device. I guess I should unplug my external hard drive. Okay, so let's click next. And you got standard mode and you got safe mode. Safe mode is recommended when screen is not displaying properly, and standard mode is just normal. Let's just do standard mode. I don't understand why there's a standard and a safe mode. There should be like a standard, advanced, and safe mode, because then there's no point in having a standard mode if the only other mode is a safe mode. You would just call that normal? I don't know. Whatever. I'm going too far into it. So it says all input resolutions are supported. Diagnosis results varies by computer device. Obviously, you can see a detailed list. These are all of the supported things. So my USB 3.0 port does support 1080p, 60 frames per second, and pretty much every other resolution. If your computer cannot handle 640 by 480 at 60 frames per second, I'm sorry, but you should probably just burn the computer now. Just do it. It'll save you money. It'll actually save you money, so burn it. Okay, so time shift is not supported on this device. I've already learned that through a couple of other videos I looked at before purchasing this. You know, I don't want to buy something that's, you know, I don't do any research on. So this is the capture wizard, which will guide you through the recording setup. So I'm guessing it'll pretty much do everything step by step. One click seems to be just, it'll set it up for you. I'm guessing there has to be some point in which it'll ask you some kind of questions. Advanced is pretty much you take all the settings yourselves, and the wizard will take you step by step and tell you what's what. And then you got the ready button. Then you also have a bulletin. I'm guessing that's where it tells you all the new information about the product. You have a stream interface, which I did learn. Some people said it's not very great at the moment. That'll probably be fixed in some future updates. This product's been getting quite a few updates, which have improve certain aspects of the device. So, you know, like I said, a lot of these things can be subject to change further down the line. This is a fairly new product, so don't expect everything to be set in stone at the time of this recording. So at the time of this recording, August 5th of 2014, there is currently no time shift, and the streaming playback or the streaming functionality is a little iffy. So people say. I'll do a test on that too, and give my thoughts on that. Okay, so we're back here now again. I had to fight with the software yet again, but again, it was just my fault, not the software. So don't worry about that. We're gonna click one click now. One click? No, one click. So pretty much what happened was, with the PS4, it kind of doesn't like working. I don't know, it's hard to explain. PS4 doesn't like working without having a proper video like display connected. So as you can see, this is live on my PS4 right now, and from what I can see, as pretty much everybody else has said, there's almost, if not there is no latency, and that's one of the biggest things that this device likes to offer, because you are running the video source directly through this, and you are relying on this. You are not doing a bypass to another TV, or you're not watching this on a TV and recording it on your monitor or your computer. You are running this on your computer on a zero latency monitor, hopefully, and you will be playing it directly from this screen. So if you are very keen on not wanting to record this on your computer, or not want to use your computer screen to do your recording, and you'd rather record on your TV, this may not be the device for you, just as a general heads up. But you can also get splitters, but it would be advised against. If you would like a simpler option, I would prefer that you get a different device rather than getting a splitter just for this, you know. But anyway, what we were left off at is showing off the one click. So pretty much what one click does, it detects all of the settings currently on your PS4 or PS3 or Xbox One, Xbox 360, whatever device you have hooked up. If you have a game console, it'll detect the game console. If you're on another device like a DVD player or something, DVD player will not have an HDMI output, hopefully. And whatever device you have hooked up, that's what you'll hook up. You click detect, and it'll detect all the settings from off of there. And then you go to here, and this is where your live video will be displayed at. I'm not sure. Okay, so you can just click it, and this will open it up full screen. There is a little bit of what is the word I want to look for? I don't want to say a little bit of lag, but like a little bit of video display lag, not actual like. Anyway, there's no lag. This is all directly recorded on my monitor. So I don't know how well this is gonna come out in the actual video, but this is pretty smooth. I can pretty much go straight through here and open up my library and blah blah blah. I'm not connected to the internet right now, so that's not gonna work. But anyway, let's close this back down. You can take a screenshot, so we can take a screenshot of one of my screenshots if you so wish to do that. So we can go to Infamous and pull up one of my screenshots. So we can pull up, say, I don't know, let's pull up this screenshot. And you can hit screenshot, or no, not this one. Let's go to the next one. Yeah, let's do that. And you hit screenshot, snapshot failed, this content is copy protected. So apparently you can't you can only get screenshots of certain things. I'm not sure if you can screenshot like what sections you are allowed to screenshot or not allowed to screenshot. I'm not exactly sure why it's being copy protected, because there is no DLNA. So, you know, that's, I mean, not DLNA, HDCP. There's no HDCP enabled, so there should be no reason I'm being restricted other than directly from the PS4, but maybe the PS4 restricts you from doing things like that and wants you to use the capture software within the PS4 itself. So that's a little upsetting, but that's really not that big of a deal. So you can change some of your video settings from here, just as normal. You know, most people like to change their video settings. This is the color range, and you can do expanded, standard, or auto. Expanded is pretty much like the Xbox does, with a little bit of an expanded color range, usually more saturated, and you know, things like that. These are just different color ranges that allow you to see things a little bit differently, but for the most part, this is normal software. So that's that. You can change the video. I'm not sure if you can change the volume individually, or are you just only allowed to mute it. That's what it's looking like. You're only allowed to have it on or off, so that's a little upsetting too. But anyway, we're going to close that. We're going to go into advanced, and these are all the settings you have. You can currently only save it as an MP4. That's okay, you know, as long as it's not too compressed, that's fine. Quality, you can have a constant quality or an average quality. Average means that you're having a variable bit rate, so you know, those are kind of something you want to avoid, especially when you're using a device like this. So this does record all the way up to 60 megabytes per second, or megabits per second, excuse me, as a video bit rate, and that's how that will work. That's going to be about as high a quality as you can possibly get. I believe that's about as high, if not 50 is the highest for the live game reportable HD. That goes up pretty high, and there's a couple of test videos you can find online for that. So if you're using the device, you can check and use either component or HDMI. I'm guessing that they're going to add a couple more sections because there's a lot of open spaces in here. But anyway, you can change the resolution that you want to record at. Obviously, the resolution that you're going to be viewing it at is going to be different. You can change your capture key, snapshots, you can bind that to another key. You can change your microphone and use a different microphone and record it. And the nice thing is that you can have it saved as a separate MP3 file. And the good thing about that is about the same problem that I have with Fraps is the reason why I switched to DxTory, because with DxTory you're allowed to have two different tracks, but those are all built into the same file, which makes it really nice. But with this, it'll give you a separate MP3 file by default. So, you know, having a separate MP3 file to add in there is a little bit extra work, as opposed to having it all combined into one track like DxTory does, and it'll have it already two different audio tracks rather than one. But that's, you know, that's okay. That's completely fine. So you have component and HDMI, game console, other device, pretty much everything that you've seen in the other section. And this is just a wizard. It'll guide you step by step through here. I'm not really sure what just happened with that, but anyway, you can check through here. You'll be able to change the audio source if you'd like to. I'm not sure. I'm guessing it's picking up my microphone, as you can see here. You can turn it down, I'm guessing, and it'll pick up less, or you can turn it up and it'll pick up more. You got the video settings, same as before. It'll let you check and see different frame rate options and all that. I'm not sure why the screenshot is here. It doesn't really seem to have any relevance to the actual settings whatsoever, so I'm guessing, I mean, if yeah, no, it doesn't. Whoa, 320 by 180, are you serious? That just kind of hurt my head a little. Anyway, so it tells you how, actually it tells you how much space you have on your hard drive and how much longer of video you can record. So that's really nice, actually, because a lot of problems with software is you'll be recording and recording and recording, and then you'll fill up your hard drive really quickly, and by the time you're done filling up your hard drive, you're kind of like, okay, what am I supposed to do with all these videos while I'm recording them? Because sometimes you still have to have other content on your computer, and you can't easily just get rid of them. So that's a good thing that it tells you how much space you have left, and gives you an estimate of how much more you can record. And that's pretty much it for the wizard and everything. You have the streaming interface, which is most likely going to be pretty much the same. You log into your Twitch, you stream Nico, custom RTMP, which means custom RTMP is just a general live streaming code that you'll get for different websites if you're using a custom, not a custom, but just a stream website that's not known. They'll give you an RTMP and you enter that in there, and that'll be all of your streaming information that will be required to get the software up and running. You got YouTube Live, so that's good. You can stream it straight to YouTube, and that's pretty much it. So you can do live streams for pretty much most major software. So you can change the video folder, or no, you can't change the video folder. This button is just to open up where your videos are currently recorded. So in the settings, you can change it to where you want your videos to be saved. By default, it's going to save into your videos folder, which is where I like it to be. You can actually change the transparency of the software, which is, I don't know, there's not really much to it. I mean, it's not very transparent to be 100% transparent, but that's okay. I don't see why you would worry about it being too transparent, because even again, oh, okay, so no, it's actually quite transparent to the point where there's nothing there. I don't know that the whole software gets like that. That'll be interesting. Wow, that's pretty interesting. I like that, actually. I really like that. Okay, well, anyway, so those were the settings. You know, you have your language if you have a different language, and these are the different buttons. These are the different buttons that you can change in here, and that's about it. So, what I'm gonna do is, after this review, I'm gonna do a test video. You're gonna be able to find it here, and once I'm done with that test video, you're gonna be able to click on there and check out how the quality looks and make a judgment for yourself. I'm not gonna make the judgment and tell you it's horrible or it's good or it's bad, whatever. You know, I like to leave that judgment for others. So I'm gonna have a test video up somewhere, and after that, I'm going to do my review and give my final thoughts, and that'll be it. So, if you can stick around for the final thoughts, then that'll be great. Alright. The Extremecap U3 is a great capture device which boasts 1080p HD 60 frames per second video, which it handles very well. The recorder itself is very lightweight and can be easily transported almost anywhere you go. It can pretty much be put inside of your pocket. Overall, the software is pretty clean and easy to navigate, even for people unaccustomed to all the options available. There's also a couple of auto modes available for people who are unfamiliar with all the different settings available. Recording is pretty quick and simple, rather than many recorders which have to have a couple of seconds or so to warm up, and you kind of miss a lot of things within that time. Hardly any lag at all within the preview screen. One of the biggest selling points of this is that you have to record within the same monitor that you're using, rather than recording on your monitor and using the preview screen and then having the actual live video being bypassed to another TV or another monitor. So in this case, it's a very good alternative if you would rather have everything compressed all into one location rather than spread out all around your house. The other issue is that there's no software included in the box, which creates a disconnect between users who do not have an internet connection. There's no plug-and-play drivers at all included inside of the actual hardware itself. The problem with the website that they list inside of the box is that the website doesn't even exist anymore, which creates a second problem, and I don't actually know why or how they even got to mess up that. I don't really know. Overall, while it could have been better, most products pretty much can also be better themselves. So, you know, every product has its cons, and these are not things that necessarily mean this is a product that you should not get. These are just issues that are currently happening, and they'll most likely be improved over time by firmware updates and things like that. So, do I recommend this product? Well, if you want to upgrade and you need a new capture card but you don't have one yet, and you are only recording content that is in HD, then definitely go for it. But if you would like to have a video game recorder that also records different things from all kinds of like alternate outputs, like, you know, composite and S-video and things like that, then I would not recommend this, just because it does not include those, and I'd rather not see you use a splitter and then degrade the quality even further. That is just usually something that you should avoid doing. In general, you should always avoid using splitters if you're allowed to. So would I recommend this? I would definitely recommend this. If I had to give it a score, I would give it a 9 out of 10, and mostly just because of the software issues that I had. The product itself is a good product. It records in great quality. Once the quality test goes up, you'll be able to see that all straight through, and it actually does record everything in a pretty good quality that I've seen while playing it back just to review it. So other than that, I would definitely recommend this if you are going to be recording just straight gameplay. You could actually use this as an investment for future YouTube videos for gaming, because YouTube is finally going to begin allowing 60 frames per second in their videos. So this is going to be a pretty big game changer once that rolls out. You know, it's not going to be something that's going to make you big and famous, but it'll be something that'll make your content a little bit different than the others who are still using older capture cards. So that's about it.